Yeah. Hey everybody,
Hey everybody,
it's Naj and Jay,
and we are here at Lum's Pond State Park with Miss Sharita Tyaire, the founder of Brown Girls Rock Inc.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are so excited because this Sunday, July 24th, we are going to be here at Lum's Pond for the Brown Girls Rock Inc. Summerfest.
Yes.
Where everything is happening. Baby, we got horses. Okay, we got face painting. Jay gonna be in the moon bouts.
I mean, for the duration of this interview and probably for the whole event, I'm just going to sit back in the cut and let the brown girls rock. So I might have a couple questions, but I'm going to let you two run it, and I'm going to sit here. You know what I'm saying?
So, Brown Girls Rock Inc., we are in a what I feel is a pivotal time for brown girls, right? So
definitely.
When 2020 happened, we had a lot going on that really changed the way that America started to look at brown and black folk. So for you, what does it mean to have a business named Brown Girls Rock Inc., and what do you do for our community?
So Brown Girls Rock Inc. was created actually in 2021. And it was a branch or a division of Bruised and Unbroken, which is a company that I run that does mental health and addiction services to people. So what I saw was, me already having 5 boys, and then I had my daughter. And I began to see the things that I didn't want her to have to go through, but also the things I know she's going to experience in life, regardless, because that's just life. So I wanted to prepare her to have the tools that she needs to be able to operate without me, because, as an adult, as she gets older. So there I created Brown Girls Rock Inc. And what that is, it's a nonprofit organization for young brown girls between the ages of 3 to 17 years old. We do the Summerfest each year. Last year was our first year. It was huge, a huge turnout. It was amazing.
It sold out.
Sold out last year, and on our way to being sold out this year. And so our goal is to eventually do monthly meetings with these girls, outings with these girls, and just to be that extra support system for support and resources for them. Because even as parents, we don't always know how to implement or speak to our children about certain topics. So just having, we're the support system and the resources for those parents to do so.
What were you mentioned that there were things that you didn't want your daughter to have to go through, or you did want her to go through, what were some of those things?
So I also write children's books.
Okay.
And a lot of my children's books are taboo topics. And I say taboo topics is because we don't like to talk about them. One being divorce. Experiencing that type of situation. Parents living in 2 different households. How that is not the norm, so to speak, for everyone. So that, I'm a biracial child. So growing up, and I had to live with not being black enough when I'm with my black family, because I couldn't get that perm and the hot comb on Sunday, and then not being Puerto Rican enough when I was with my Puerto Rican side, because I wasn't fluent in Spanish, and so it's trying to find out where I fit in growing up. And even with speaking with a lot of mixed people, I found that they've had some of the same things that they've had to deal with. So those are just a few things. Most recently, and actually my book is going to be released tomorrow, it's called The Sad Day, and it's about grief. How do you explain death to a child? What do you, especially when you're going through your own grief. So my brother passed away in October, and I had always wanted to do a book on death because I knew that was a big topic just from counseling, and the experience of it actually allowed me to take it to a whole nother level, because I had to explain it to my daughter, her uncle Lover was his nickname. And so I was able to write about it and be able to present it now from experience versus just the education. So just a lot of those topics are things that, the girls go through that we need to talk about so that they're not suppressing this stuff and now they become adults who need mental health treatment.
Yeah, so just from that little bit, one of my questions is, I love how you said, okay, this is what I need for my daughter, but then you said, but more than my daughter needs this.
Yeah.
So what made you jump outside of just your personal family and say, I want to give this to everyone? Like, where does that come from?
So I think that I've always been a people person. Like, I love people. In the field of counseling, so I know and see and hear the stories of what people are experiencing, what they're going through. So I know that if I'm experiencing this, my child is experiencing this, it's not just limited to me. So what about everybody else? So if I have this gift or this resource that I could put out there to the public and to other people to help them, then why not? If God is granting me these gifts, then I'm definitely going to do what I need to do to share them,
I love that.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
I'm from Wilmington.
What part? Wait, we have a thing
Born
here.
and raised.
Well, what do you care for? Because you're not from Wilmington.
It don't matter.
Newcastle.
Anytime we interview somebody from Wilmington, you have to tell us what side.
Wilmington Hilltop.
Oh, there we go. I went to Hilltop Summer Camp. Yes, okay.
Okay, shout out
West
to
side.
Hilltop.
There we go.
Second and third on Prim Street.
There we go.
That's where
I grew up on
was
Chestnut
born and raised.
and what's Chestnut and Clayton.
Now, I cannot get it twisted though, because as a child, I did move to Newcastle, Dunleavy.
Woo woo!
I got family in Dunleavy. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, for a few years, so I can't, negate that, but mostly Wilmington.
That's okay. We want people to be proud of where they come from, so we always do that.
born
Like,
and
shout out where
raised.
you're from.
Exactly.
Okay, so was community big there when you were living there?
Yes, and ironically, I just posted a picture the other day on my Facebook page because I was going through photos. My mother used to give a back to school event every single
So that's another
year.
place it comes from.
Yeah, and I just kind of
genes.
that was my aha moment this weekend. She used to do that every summer, right before we went back to school. And my sister and I, we would get our little girl groups and we would put dances together. And it was like a big thing in the back lane of Broom Street between Broom and Rodney. There's a street there, and it used to be like a park. I don't know if it's still there or not. But yeah, she used to do that every year.
Wow.
So that's, I think.
You get it honest.
I got that from
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So give us a little more of a breakdown, if you don't mind, just about what people can expect over the course of the day. We talked about it a lot, kind of off camera.
And why
but-
Lum's Pond?
Good point.
Okay, so I have an event coordinator, obviously, who picked this location. So what we were looking for in the location is space. Last year we had it at our shop location, which had a field space. We ran out of space. It was like way too many people. It was too much people. It was
Best problem ever.
Yeah, exactly. So we were like, this year we definitely, because we're going bigger, we're allowing for more people, we want every girl to be able to experience this. So that's why we found this place. It was still closer, but larger and more space. So that's why we chose Lum's Pond. What's going to be going on? Oh my gosh. We have so much planned for that day. So I have licensed clinicians, and they're running what we call the therapy tent. These girls will learn about being in competition with themselves. The topic is me versus me. Like, I should only be in competition with myself. They're going to learn about self-representation. How do I represent myself when I go out into the public? They're learning a grief. There's 2 different grief sessions. How do I deal with grief? There was lots of kids with the pandemic, along with, the principal, Dr. Newt, passing away. A lot of kids experienced that grief, sudden grief. So hopefully they'll take advantage of that. And then we also have a mother-daughter panel where it's different age groups. It's 4 different mother-daughter duos. And they're just going to be interviewed about the things we go through as mothers and daughters. So we have that going on. We have a healing tent, which is lots of yoga, the importance of journaling, protecting your temple.
I'll be in there.
Yes. Peace. How to find that peace and
Yeah.
relaxation. That tent is actually open to parents too.
So there are
that's
no
good.
kids in that tent then,
No,
right?
there's You're probably gonna bump the kids out.
Is it just like
We want
a
to heal.
silent shelter?
Yeah, so parents are welcome at that tent.
Right.
And then we have one little healers for the littles, the
Yeah.
3 to 7-year-olds, and they'll be doing like mini yoga and Pilates, and they'll also be doing like art for
Okay.
healing. How therapeutic is art?
Yes, very.
We're both artists, so we can talk about that forever.
Yeah, so then we have an etiquette tent.
Yes,
Oh,
I
tell
wanted
us
to
about
talk
that,
about
please.
that.
So this
Talk
is
us-
the elbows off the
Cause
table.
you see how I started the interview. I'm sitting
Get it together.
So everybody now in the chair, we gonna go.
So yeah,
Come
so
on.
we're going to talk about not having elbows on the table, posture. My grandmother used to put books on her head when we were
My mom did that. My mom did that to me.
My dad hit me with
and
books.
we would sit like this,
Okay.
and they're like, no, sit up straight. So yeah, but those things, what fork to pick up at
Yep.
dinner?
First
You
one.
know.
Use a
Just
fork,
to use
Jay.
one. Oh,
Use
Yes.
a fork.
I mean, but these are like four
They
tongs.
actually
Like I can
mean
no.
something.
Right,
Yes,
right, right.
all of
They do.
these forks and spoons, they mean something. So yeah, just teaching those things that you want your girl to know to be able to represent herself as a little lady as she gets older. Because a lot of this stuff I didn't learn until I was an adult. So that we have that going on. We have dream boards, vision boards,
Oh,
but
I
we
love
call them
those.
dream
Interesting.
boards.
That's my thing.
That'll be going on the whole time. We have cupcake decorating. We have the trumpet chicks will be here, which is
I'm excited for that.
teenage girl trumpet band. They are our headliners. So we have a lot going on. Of course, the pony rides, the face painting, the carnival foods. Bring your lawn chairs, your blankets. Like, it's just going to be a great time.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's from 12 to
Yep.
5.
12 to 5.
And it's $20 a ticket. And 2 parents
Per
child.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else on the flyer that I missed?
So our vendors.
Okay.
Yes.
All of our vendors are businesses owned by brown girls.
Okay. Brown
Which
girls.
is pretty women.
Well-rounded.
Girls, women.
No, it's okay.
that's
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, I think it's, they're all female.
Yes,
Right?
all female.
Yeah.
All female. And so that'll be here. I have over 20 vendors that we have booked for that day. That's actually going to fill up this space. Of course, my books will be out and be for sale if anybody wants to purchase.
You'll be just signing autographs,
I'll be
right?
signing. I'll be here signing. Yes. I'm trying to think. Is that it? I think we got majority of it.
I'm excited because
You guys will be here.
and we'll be here.
Yes.
Cutting up.
We
No,
gonna be
having a good time.
Listen,
Yes,
I just
yeah.
want to give me a little
Covering,
funnel
yeah.
cake and do my yoga
Yeah.
and a vision board and maybe a pony ride. No, I'm afraid of horses actually, so
Really?
I'll be far back. But
I'm gonna get on a horse and chase you around the place. But yeah.
she said they're going to have horses, not donkeys.
Oh,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
No, I'm excited because I think number one, our girls do need this.
Yes.
I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I have a 3-year-old twin girl.
Oh,
I have
wow.
a twin girl, twin boy set. And my oldest, and I'm gonna say this, and I know one day she's gonna look back and be like, "Oh my God, why you say that?" But I remember my mom was very adamant about how we presented ourselves, how we dressed, our hair, and everything. And I'm doing the best I can, but sometimes you need reinforcements.
Yes.
And my husband is like him, a man's man, like rough
Right.
and tough, like he don't think about that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, between me, my mom, and my sisters, and then the Brown Girls event, maybe we could get
Yes,
her
we get it right.
on the right track.
But isn't it amazing how they'll listen to someone else?
Yes.
You might have told them 100 times, but as soon as somebody else tells them, they got it.
Yes.
And they act like it's a aha. Guess what? I learned.
right.
I've been
I'm like,
teaching
oh,
you
well,
that.
Okay, great.
For a
Keep
while.
doing it. But this is good.
Yeah.
I think number one, Delaware needs something like this because
Definitely.
I feel like there are just certain events and things that we need to have more often, and this is definitely one of them. And then also knowing that you're in this for the community and that you have experience with dealing with some of the things that we're missing out on.
Yes.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah, speak to this because I think it's kind of a small elephant that I think we need to address and make sure that it's clear about. So for my end, I'll give it to you this way, right? Like I'm a biker, and they've and it's been very recent where they've started to have very female specific biker events. And obviously, I'm never going to be like, well, how come I'm not included, this, that, and the other. And we talked about this off air, but like, talk to the people about, yes, it's called Brown Girls Rock, but it's for every girl.
One. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because Brown Girls Rock is not just for brown girls. It is a celebration of our brown girls and women. So just like we have the African Festival, the Hispanic Festival, the Jamaican Festival, nobody's excluded. Everybody can come and celebrate, and that's what this event is. So it's just a celebration of our brown girls. You know, all types of girls can come, Asian, Hispanic, you know, white, all nationalities. And they're welcome to participate in all of the events. So there's no exclusion here. So this is more like a celebration of. So come celebrate with us. Come out. If you look at the photos from last year, it was so diverse. And that's what I love. I love diversity because I am a biracial child. So that diversity is so important to me.
Representation matters.
Exactly. So again, the event is for everyone, and even the little boys. So little
told you.
Little boys are welcome. We didn't promote it a whole lot, but boys are $5 to get in because all they could do is the moon bounces and the pony rides.
But they also need to see what it is to properly celebrate a female.
Exactly.
They need to understand that just as much as the female, you know.
And my husband was also saying how he wants to maybe next year make it like a weekend. So now we do the boys on one day and do the girls on another day.
That would be really
because
awesome.
I think that the boys need just as much.
Why you should put the toilet seat down, otherwise you will die.
Yes, in the room.
Why you got to?
So why does their room smell like a locker room? I don't get it. Like, what is
why
it?
you should shower at least once a month?
Oh
you
my
know?
God.
Yeah. So my boys are going to see this and be like, they're going to be here on Sunday as
Okay,
well.
great.
So they come
We need a family
out.
picture.
I love it.
We really
The funny
do.
thing is, my son Jaden, who's my middle son, I was thinking about changing the name because I felt like people felt excluded from Brown Girls Rock. I felt like I wanted all girls to participate. And I'm like, how about I just do Girls Rock? And he's like, Mom, no. He's like, this is, I was so proud of you, and it made me feel so good for him to say that. He was like, I was so proud of you when you created this for girls. And I think that you should keep the name Brown Girls.
It's
like,
about giving underrepresented, you know, not communities, demographics, the attention that they should have gotten for ever. Like we're just slowly beginning to level the playing field, and this is a step in that direction.
And you know what sticks out to me a lot is, you know, a lot of our girls listen to Beyonce. And you know, on one of her songs, she says how the black woman is the most disrespected woman in America. I haven't done the research to really see how valid that statement is, but with these girls listening to that and hearing that, they need to know that you are important. Like you matter. Like you are valued, and you should be valued. You know, and I think that that's very important. You know, we see so often the women on social media half dressed and half naked in order to get that attention. But you can get that same attention dressed up, well respected, and like doing your thing out here. So I think, you know, that's just important to get out there.
There are so many ways to influence children, and I think this is one of the perfect ways to do it. You know, and we can teach so many, whether you're brown, white, purple, it doesn't matter. Like, just come and celebrate.
Exactly.
Come be a part of it, because you're learning either way.
Our goal is to be down at the riverfront.
We're speaking
at some point, we're going to speak it into existence. We'll be down at the riverfront, and this will be a huge event. We'll have the celebrities and everybody coming in.
Who owns the riverfront? PMG?
I mean.
Now listen, because I know y'all be watching.
You
I know y'all
you
watch.
want me to get y'all in trouble because I'll start running my
PPG.
mouth. I'll tell you who owns it.
Listen, PPG and whoever, y'all see this, I know you're watching. That's what we about to be.
On the riverfront.
Yeah,
I love it.
There's some very brown Sicilian girls. I'll leave it at that. See? Y'all can't leave that camera running too long with me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want us to know?
No, I think that's it. We're almost sold out. I
Okay.
don't want to turn anybody away, but we also have to keep in mind capacity and safety of
So
everybody.
tell Lisa to buy them tickets today.
Right. Tell Jack.
Yes, capacity. So, and again, we are safety. We have police officers here. We're having a nurse here, so
Okay.
we're all about
Oh, nice.
making
Yeah.
sure. Now, that doesn't mean drop your girl off and just keep going.
Oh, no.
We
This
want
is
the
too
parents
current.
to stay
Absolutely.
with
Yeah.
their girls. That's kind of why we had so much other stuff going on with the parents too, because
Yeah.
we can't watch all of these girls.
Right.
at
For sure.
once.
This is not a
So we have
daycare.
to- It's not
It's a family
daycare.
event, people.
You are responsible for your child.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just hope everybody comes out and has a great time.
Well, we're so thankful, and we are excited for Sunday. Make sure you guys get your tickets ASAP and
Yes.
show up and show out, because we want this to keep going and going and going. And we're going to be at the
Definitely,
riverfront, okay?
Definitely.
Boom.
Thank you.
Thank you.